Excellent. That's great news as well.
Indeed, and obviously, I mean that they would be, if you reject an IMF loan, the Royal Institute folks and the Council on Foreign Relations folks and the Bilderbergers, they would be the first ones that would be they would be well aware of that situation. They'd probably have you on some sort of a little list as a dissenter.
Sure, I'm pretty sure.
So obviously, I mean, we won't ever know perhaps what happened to the Poland crash.
The thing, I talk to people all the time about, not just this, but about different things, and a lot of people say, right from the beginning, some people just can't be bothered to look at it. It's almost like they're giving up really before even investigating, and then they say, we'll never find out, and that's the whole sort of problem. If we have people, which can't be bothered to look at any of these things, then these things are, if this was foul play, then they're just going to carry on continuing, without any sort of challenge, without any sort of goodness out of it. I mean, what's that quote where it said that if good men do nothing, then evil men win. If you don't step up onto that place of truth and light within yourself, then somebody else will something else will take your place in that sense.
And just finishing up, there are some kind of occult and esoteric aspects of this crowd. Just very quickly, just go through the main points of that.
Okay, we have the colour black, which permeates this whole incident, starting from the name of the place, Smolensk. Smolensk means black soil. So when you burn something, when you char something, it becomes black. So we have the charring of the earth, with the plane coming in, causing a gash on the earth. We have various other references to the colour black. David Cameron came out and said this is a black day. We have the numerological aspects as well of the number 6. Now, the number 6 and black basically represent the planet and the god Saturn. Saturn was the ancient god of law, of banking, of finance. He's also known as the Lord of the Rings. And so we have Saturnian symbolism permeating into the very heart of this whole tragedy. So those are aspects that really need to be looked at as well.
And we were talking there just off air. We're reconnecting about tomorrow, the 19th of April.
Yes,
of course, we know that the occultists do place a lot of effort into their symbology and their numerology and all that sort of thing. And just break down what you were saying about the 19th of April, because of course that was Waco and Oklahoma City. Indeed,
right. Well, basically the day of April the 19th in the old calendar was the day where you would sacrifice by fire. So you would appease your gods by giving sacrifices, particularly children, via fire. So we saw this at Waco with the murder of the Branch Davidians, and in 1993, and in 1995 we had the Oklahoma City bombing, where again a load of kids were killed off. So it just seems strange that suddenly we have all this symbolism related to sacrifice and stuff, and then suddenly we have Saturn and the colour black permeating the crash, and it just brings up all sorts of questions and possibilities, so yeah.
Indeed. Just getting back to a couple of things from listeners there. Mark again says the IMF offered a loan about a year or so ago to Iran for Iran to build their nuke facilities. Iran turned it down, and look where they are now. If Iran had accepted the loan from the IMF and the EU, there would be no Iran boogeyman. Libya accepted Article 8 of the IMF Articles of Agreement in 2003. Now Libya are not in the axis of evil, and we're always told Libya had stopped their bad boy ways. Mark says no, they joined the IMF fully and allowed full openness to their economy by international banks and corporations. That's what it's all about, and that's a very good point, Mark. And when you look at which countries have their national banking system ran by the elitists in the New World Order, as it were, there's the ones that have not got their banks orchestrated by the IMF, etc., are the boogeymen.
Oh yeah, if perhaps this tragedy didn't happen and Poland continued to sort of reject the IMF loans, then I'm sure in the news we would have seen, Poland is the new axis of evil, and they're all, out to get you, so very, very important to sort of flesh out these points.
And when the IMF give you a loan, not only do they charge extortionate interest rates, but they make lots of conditions,
of course,
such as perhaps you must join the euro within 5 years, or whatever the IMF basically decides they want to bully you into doing.
Yeah, it's basically a prison. It's like a cage for the people and the society and everyone else, but mostly for your inner spirit.
Lee says the exact words of the quote that you were referring to earlier is, "All it takes for evil to flourish is for good men to do nothing."
That's the one, yes.
And he also says sacrifice was put into the children's animation Madagascar 2.
Really?
Which I didn't know about, but Lee, any more information on that would be much appreciated. And if folks are just tuning in, please add us on MSN and get in touch tonight, and I'll send you the info pack, which is a bit more information from all our guests tonight. The ad is studio@manchesterradioonline.com. Alright, Tommy, anything else you'd like to say before you go?
Yeah, just to remind people that I'll be doing a full article with not just what I've mentioned and we've been talking about now, but delving into the more sort of esoteric aspects and just basically laying it all out. So I'll be working on that during the week. So by next week, hopefully that should be up on my website. So
no problem. Yeah. Well, you've done a very good job analysing the Polish air disaster, and I appreciate that. And I do look forward to reading your full article on it. Yeah,
I'll send you the links as soon as they're up. And I just wanted to say thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. You do great work, and people like you should be commended. For standing up, in truth within yourself. So
thank you very much. All right, no worries, Tommy Grabic. I think I said it right. I'll learn how to say that. Yeah, but thank you very much for coming on the show, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, all the best.